What does one say to an ancient Nephilim ghost?
I suppose you start with...
Let's rock!
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another Diablo 3 Season 36 video. This is Episode 3, the Hardcore Wizard SSF playthrough. Thank you very much to everybody who reminded me in the comments. Cormac has the homing pads waiting for him in the stash. So let's get those on him. We have moved up to Torment 5. We're still kind of working out what we're going to build. It could be Arcane Orb, it could be a Talrasha build, it could be a Firebird build. At the moment, I think we're using the Explosive Blast Wand of Woe, which is nice. Got some Paragon points to add, which is nice. And yeah, I think we're crushing a bit with Magic Missile, because again, we've got the Mirror Ball, we've got the Depth Diggers, we've got 91 Blood Shards to spend. And ultimately, I think this is just a case of, at the moment, still just kind of looking for legendaries, trying to build this out. We've got 2 keys, but I kind of want to jump in and just make sure that we're okay on Torment 5 before doing the GR. We've got a rank 1 Sliver of Terror. We've got no Soul Shard in the weapon currently. I thought we'd take a stab at jewelry there. Backfired, did not work. And yeah, we're looking for Firebird pieces as well. Double blue, not nice, but never mind, we take these things on the chin. As always guys, thumbs up brightens my day. We might well crack into the top 100. Oh, and that reminds me, we also have the Hydra, because we found the hat, didn't we? The Magistrates. So these guys still putting in work for us, which is very good. Now, I'm not massively sure whether we'll be able to go to 6 immediately after this. I don't know quite if the rank up on the Lodging, because every time you go up in difficulty, you've pretty much got to be doing about twice the damage you're doing beforehand. And obviously, Lod ranks will help with power. Legendaries will help with power. Paragon will help with power. But I'm not massively convinced that we'll basically... Once we've done this and done one more, we'll be like basically double damage. I think we might have to chill out on Torment 5 a little bit. It might only be for 2. A couple, like a couple of Lord gem ranks might be enough to get us there. Right, so how are we doing on Death's Breath? We've got 22, so we're pretty close to an upgrade as well. So I think I'm going to carry on going for 1s for those. I mean, we could just do an orb, because if we get the unstable... We've got the unstable scepter. If we get the triumvirate, which is the arcane orb, that could be useful. But the Serpent Spark would be a biggie, especially if we're wanting to do a bit of Hydra. That's where I'm thinking we'd like to play anyway. I think George was saying that Firebird's Explosive Blast is killer, so again we can be on the lookout for that. But it's going to take a bit of time to pop everything together. Look at this! What a pylon spawn! Look at this! This is insane. Really funny when that happens. Very rare, but yeah, funny. If only we had the Nemesis braces, hey? If only. So I've decided on the main account I'm going to stop messing about trying to play like 3 accounts at once, because it's just killing me. I needed a break after like 4 or 5 days. So I think I'm going to try and stick everything into one. I'm going to try and do at least one GR150 this season, because I didn't get it done last season. The theme just wasn't strong enough for me to keep playing, but I think the Soul Shards will. And I know you can get it done with like 1400-ish, but I'm gonna aim for at least 2k, I think, before I even probably try. So I've got some grinding to do, but that is okay because we've got months to do it. I'm not planning on playing D4, which launches in a couple of days, but I will keep my ears to the ground, and if it looks like it's good at any point, we might come back and check it out. to be honest, I found my brain actually moving the other way. I've actually been craving playing some Diablo 2 Resurrected. That would be probably more on the agenda. And also coming out in a few weeks is a game I'm massively looking forward to, which I don't normally do game launches, don't normally bother with new stuff, but it is the Terminator 2 2D side-scroll Contra style shooter. I think it's called Terminator 2D or something very creative like that. It's supposed to be out already, but it got delayed. But it looks exactly like my kind of game. I used to love playing Probotector, which I think was maybe the EU version of Contra as a kid. So I will certainly be buying that and having a little play. I might even review it. Not that I'm sure anyone will be bothered. But we've got a few Terminator 2 clips on the channel, so I think it would feel a little wrong not to actually have a little look-see. Why not, hey? We're not doing D4, we may as well do a little bit of something else. I need to set up support builds on my main account. And there we go, guys. We've got our first Hellforge Ember. Ooh, I think we probably want to use that on a weapon, don't we? Because that's a hell of a power jump. Getting the increased crit damage, increased elite damage, life per hit and thorns. So that is a bit of luck. That might allow us to do the Torment 6 jump. Might just, you never know. And ooh, legendary pair of boots. Ooh, nearly on cheat death there. That was a bit dicey. Nearly procced. It's because I'm thinking about items and working out what to do. Let's have a look. What boots? Oh, guys, look at those. It is the Nilf's Boast, the Meteor boots. Happy days. The game is literally confusing the hell out of me. Do we want to play Meteor? Do we want to play Hydra? Do we want to play Explosive Blast? Or do we want to play Magic Missile? We might just end up playing all of it, because why the hell not? We're already got an absolute mongrel build at the moment. Why not muddy the waters with a pair of Nilf's boots? And we've also got yellow boots at the moment, so this is looking very good. I'm wondering, I mean, what skill do we even drop? Kind of liking the Disintegrate still. It's very thirsty on the resource Meteor. I kind of like playing it with the Lightning Rune as well, just because it insta-casts rather than having to wait for it. But options, so again, we find something else that pairs with the Meteor, then we've got two. So we're kind of in a nice position here, because we've got 3 or 4 modifiers that we can work with, depending on what the rest of the drops are. So I'm optimistic that we'll get something going pretty soon. Another legendary. It's a helmet. Ooh, a Leorix. That could be handy. Doubles the effect of the gem. Well, up to doubles the effect of the gem. Doesn't work with the Soul Shard though, so we would have to take that out. So perhaps not as handy as initially thought. I always forget that it doesn't work on this season, and neither does the Broken Crown. Yeah, so that probably won't be doing it. But we could cube the Magistrate, get the maximum modifier on that. We still then have a legendary hat. So we could do that. What did we get? 270. We got a decent 271 on the Magistrate, but the Leorix could be ancient. 1 in 10 chance, guys. Could be ancient. If that's the case, then that would be a little bit more damage once we get our Lodge Gem up to 25. Now, I'm interested to see how difficult this Rift Guardian is going to be. So let's pop the Hydra there, hit him with the Explosive Blast. Yeah, not too bad actually. Always worry sometimes when you're doing these difficulty jumps, the Guardian can be a bit of a pain, but that was fine. No need to panic whatsoever. And we've got another 90 shards to spend. We've got mean, that is one of the worst yellow rings I've ever seen, but it does at least have a socket. So we've got here damage. Which button is it doing? Let's just swap those. I can never remember which button it is to swap around. Yeah, we probably should do that, shouldn't we? So let's have a look. We could roll a socket onto a Wand of Woe. It's probably a good idea. So increased damage meter by 600%. And when it hits through a few enemies, increased by 700, which is pretty low on the modifier, but we'll pop it on. Arcane Orb damage, that's potentially useful if we do find the Triumvirate and decide to swap onto that. So let's plop that in there. We could upgrade the ring, just so that it's legendary, but we might not necessarily have a socket. We could upgrade the amulet for a legendary as well, or go for shoulders, or go for wands. Let's stick these spare wands in. We just got the one. 80 DBs. Is it worthwhile rolling for the socket or going for the upgrade? Because we've got 8 souls, so we could do 8 rerolls. We'd have 22 DBs then. I think it's probably worthwhile. Maybe doing 1 upgrade for a wand. Seeing what we hit. And then we've got 5 rerolls. Let's get rid of that blue ring. We don't want that. Thank you very much. And yeah, we don't need to hear that. I mean, what are the odds, guys? What are the odds that we get a Wand of Woe with a socket? So, I mean, the modifier is slightly higher as well, so that is nice. Does it have poison damage? It does not. It has holy, but we could re-roll that. I think we're going to go Essence of Anguish to start off with, because all we need is poison, I think, on the weapon to make this work. So this, yeah, 55% damage. Nice. Let's pop that in there with a little wand collection. And we should be absolutely smoking whatever the GR equivalent of Torment 5 is now. Right, I think we'll go shoulders again, because we do have Firebirds still. Rolling your stuff early is quite important. Like, you'd probably get quite a lot of utility out of just doing a roll. But let's do 24. So that would put us at 15. So we should get a guaranteed amount of upgrades out of this, I think. And I'm pretty confident we're going to be okay. Spear Chuckler's never a good start. But this probably isn't far away. So 6 will be doable, I think. Because again, we'll have Lodgem ranks. We should start to see a noticeable increase in the legendary drop rate once we get to 6. I think it's one of the nice little breakpoints. It's not standing that explosion. That would be bad. Let's choose left. Let's go this way. I don't think I haven't considered the altar in a little while. I don't think. Is it a key? We probably should sacrifice a key because I think it's move speed next, isn't it? So that would be handy. So I should probably try and remember to do that when we get back. Have a little look at what the next altar upgrade is, but I'm pretty sure it's a key. And we need to get keys set on the follower as well. That's a whoopsie. We need to craft that. 25% extra keys. You do need that. So we've got a little bit of housekeeping to do when we get back. Let's hope I remember. Always the chance we're going to forget. And I think what we'll do if we get another Ember is we're immediately going to go Sliver of Terror upgrade rank 1. Because the extra resource cost reduction I feel would be quite helpful for us. And the cooldown life, gold find XP don't really care about because we're only doing the one character. So I'm not going to be my usual gold obsessed self. Oof, yes, that hurts. Help out of that, please. It's always an interesting one early on with Wizard. Do you safe passage for the damage reduction, albeit it's not like perma up? would you go for wormhole on the basis that sometimes you just need that second teleport to get you out of the bad situation that you are in? And I think we've probably outgrown the Firebird's two-piece at this point. We might test it just to see, but I would wager we're probably past 3000% weapon damage per second being better than what we've got. Just trying to think, what could we turn off for the Hydra? We could turn off. We could turn off the Hydra for Meteor. Sorry, is what I'm thinking. We could do Meteor and Magic Missile as a combo. That might be better because we might get better screen coverage because the Hydra's nice, but it's a little bit limited in where it can do. So again, maybe we try that when we come back and start Torment 6. Have a little look at the Meteor. It looks like it's up this way. Got another blue. Let's take them out. Drop the Hydra somewhere near them, and another one. Thank you very much, guys. Queuing up. Very nice. And one more up here, and that will be a good chunk of the way to the clear being done. And I'm wondering if this will put us top 100. It would have done a couple of days ago when I filmed the last episode. Now, if you ever get confused where the Rift Guardian is, you probably should just stand still until you can work it out. Oh, easy peasy, guys. No problemo. Ooh, we've got a Source and a Taeguk. Taeguk's kind of handy. Ooh, 190. Was it top 200 we were going for? Orb of Infinite Depth. That pairs really well with our Explosive Blast, guys. Oh, we are cooking. So we definitely want to keep Explosive Blast. Might have to be doing a bit of numlockage. So you go top 200. So what do we need for top 100? Oh god, no, it must have been top 2. It must have been top 200 last time. We need a 90 cleared. And I've interrupted the examination. Poor. Right. Ooh, it's got magic missile damage on. So each time we hit an enemy with explosive blast, damage is increased by 8%. Damage reduction 20% for 6 seconds. Can stack 4 times to 80% damage reduction, which is obviously sickeningly good for us. We could also use Taeguk, so gain 2% increased damage for 1.5 seconds when you spend a resource on a channeled skill, which I think Disintegrate counts as. It used to anyway. And then we gain armor per stack, so maybe we should have a little roll of this yellow amulet and just see if that works. I'm pretty sure Disintegrate works. The other option is to just look out for one with a socket rather than waste all our materials, but apparently we've got an achievement for rolling. Socket's so annoying. There's just so many things in this loot pool. That's one of only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 14 to 1. But we get 3 chances at it, so it should come up. There we go. Yes, there we go. We're getting the extra increased damage as well. So that's good. That's a nice little find. We could do Arcane Power because we are struggling a little bit for that. Right, let's have a little look see because we were going to have a go of the Altar of Rights, weren't we? So we do have the keys. Oh, we don't have the DBs. It's 10 DBs and we forgot. I forgot we spent them all. That's okay. I think we're Torment 6 now, so we'll make a new game once we've rolled our shards. And I guess at this point we'll still fill out the legendaries. That's what we're going to try and do. And we get our own homing pads. So again, we'll throw those to Cormac once we get a better pair. And yeah, Torment 6. That's gonna be good. We were gonna have a little look, I think, about Meteor instead of the Hydra. So we could try this. We probably can take Blur off because we've got this potential 80% damage reduction. The only thing with the explosive blast is not going to be up all the time. But we could take this for a bit more resource. And I'm not sure Power Hungry makes a massive amount of sense if we're going to be doing explosive blast, because we really want to be hitting with this now. We've got the Orb of Infinite Depth, so maybe we swap this over to Audacity, which is like the kind of up close and personal one. Right, 5 more DBs, we can get some more move speed, which is going to be handy. We just need to be making sure that we are hitting with the explosive blast. But yeah, you really need an Ingerm, I think, to keep that up. Ingerm or good density. I think I prefer the Hydra. That's doing quite a good amount of damage to Meteor, but it is unfortunately, a bit of lag there, it is unfortunately on... Yeah, what was I saying? Total brain fart there, guys, sorry. I think the Meteor, like, I mean, that is absolutely slapping, but we've just got no resource. Prism's going to help. We could do... What could we do? There's a couple of resource generating like skills we can take, but we lose something off the bar. I don't want to take off teleport. We're not taking explosive blast off. Magic missile seems to make sense. I don't know, we might just be a little stuck with this, but this is feeling good. So we could be Torment 7 jumping pretty soon. Definitely not going to be keeping up this explosive blast. Don't think. But we should be like absolutely tanky as anything with these 4 stacks up and 80% damage reduction with the shields. Bit of prism. We're going to be okay. Unfortunately, there's going to come a point where the explosive blast is just going to drop off, like now, and then you're like your 80% damage reduction disappears. So it's going to be a little wonky, I think. Oh, yep, yes, please, Bloodshot Goblin. Thank you. That was lovely. So yeah, bit of a hybrid build here. Bit of Meteor, bit of channeling Disintegrate. Very odd, but fun. And we need the Mempo of Twilight, don't we? Because the rune, I forget what it is, Meteor Shower rune is very important. Right, picked up a diamond, a helmet, follower token. But yeah, it's hard to keep up. Taeguk is hard to keep up unless you're actually just holding the button down, which obviously for things like Firebirds works quite well. But for us at the moment, I think we're going to be... You've got to hit it like every second like that, and that's a bit of a pain. So at the moment we've got a bit of a button spammy build. We're having to press Meteor frequently to do damage. Having to press Explosive Blast frequently. I'm beginning to think maybe we should just rely on the Explosive Blast here. Explosive Blast and Magic Missile. Magic Missile's still hitting pretty hard actually, to be fair. Doing Doing good things for us. No DBs. Rude. I don't know. Should we be picking yellows up? Is that worth it? Possibly not. Ones we'll pick up because we don't wish to be crafting the ones. We want to be using what we find, I think. To be fair, the Hydra could be doing as much damage. I'm gonna swap back to Hydra, and then we'll see comparatively damage-wise, because the Hydra could be cooking. The infinite depth orb obviously is giving us a nice bit of damage, so it might well be that actually that's what's making the meteor look so good. Let's head up here. This is, of course, the Ruins of Sacheron tile set. Always nice when you get this one. To think back to that opening night, running around looking for the cube. And this is the Act 3 keyboard and tile set as well. We're doing a little bit of a tour of the general game at the moment. So yeah, that meteor did very little. I mean, that's not a bad chunk for your explosive blast. Let's hit him with a meteor. No, never mind, he died. Trying to work out what's the best, what's doing the most damage for us. Swords are probably worth keeping at the moment because, again, we're kind of interested in an Ingium. How many are we on? We're on 27. We need 10 to do the move speed. I think let's go move speed because otherwise I'll forget. We know I'm fairly dozing. I think it's set helmets after that. So we could start rolling helmets. We're going to go down here to the shield, to the elemental, and then I don't know whether to bother getting the bounty cash ones because I don't know if I can be bothered doing the season journey. Albeit we will need a rogue to fill out the altar, and we'll probably need a rogue for whatever we end up building as well. So at the very least, we're going to have to do Act 1. And an Avarice Band's always handy, isn't it? We're going to keep the follower token again, just in case we want to upgrade that to a legendary at some point. The rest of this stuff, I think, can go. We've got all these blood shards from the Blood Shard Goblin. Now, what on earth are we going to target here? I think we'll have a little look. Tempted to do ring to try and see if we can get a legendary. I mean, pants are good. I suppose we could do boots if we're thinking we're going to get rid of the meteor. And braces, we need those in the cube, don't we? So we need a legendary braces. That'll rank 70. So they'll do fire and attack speed. Attack speed's going to drain resource a little bit. Have we got the mats for an extract? We do. So let's do that, and then we can get our Ashnagars in the cube. So that is handy as well. And we might still, it might still be Arcane Orb is the play in the long run. Yeah. Ooh, I forgot we've got the Harrington Waistcoat. We need to be making sure we're clicking the chests. Explosive blast damage, area damage on the shoulders. Yeah, they're decent. I think let's fill out the legendaries. Let's go ring until we find one. And then I guess we'll keep a few rings in the stash as well. just so that we've again got that ability to do the upgrades without having to like find tons of stuff. Right, we can't empower anymore. That was Torment 6, so I think we'll just crack on as high as we can. And that seems to make sense. And I've forgotten to turn off the Hydra. Or turn on the Hydra, turn off the Meteor. Yeah, very nice. This feel quite confident of getting this done. Good. I mean, when the explosive blast is at 4 stacks, that's very nice for the Orb of Infinite Depth. I think we're absolutely easy street when that happens. But in general, you kind of want an in-game with that, because it just allows it to just go off constantly. Now I think we've got a few fire buffs, haven't we? What did we get? Did we get something with just fire damage on? Was it the Lacunis braces that we just got? So maybe we could swap the Meteor into fire as well. But the insta-casting is nice. So that's something else we could look up, the rune on the Meteor. Can't remember what... Is that Meteor Shower? Is that arcane? Don't think it's fire. It might be Starpack's fire, isn't it? So maybe Meteor Shower's fire, so maybe we should go with that. Nice big AoE coverage, and we're just going to have to be a little patient and wait for it to fall out of the sky and wreck stuff. In general, the more AoE we can get, the better, because it just helps us clear faster. And we will certainly grab up this power pylon. Did we miss an orb? I feel like I spied a purple thing out my eye. I was correct. We have missed an orb. I say we. I mean, guys, come on. That one's on me. That's my fault. Total potato. We need to be working towards a set, though, really, I think. We will run out of gas a little bit, so it could be Torment 8, Torment 9 by the time we're kind of out of LOD juice. Again, it depends if the game keeps dropping really good things for us. Maybe we'll survive a little bit longer. Best way to put a set together is pants. Just keep rolling trousers, and then we'll be able to do some converting in the cube. Going to go to the next floor. We could have explored the bottom right hand side of the map, but on the basis we don't have Nemesis braces, I'm not convinced we'd have cleared it, even if we've got another pylon at the back there. So that's why we're going to hop onto this next floor. But yeah, Towels has got trousers. I think all the wizard sets have got trousers, so as long as it's not Veers that we get first. It's always a little debatable as to whether you wish to go and do a set of bounties before you get a 6-piece, because obviously then you would only need 5 pieces of one of the sets to get you going. I'd say probably not worth it. You really only want to be doing your bounties on Torment 16, I think. There we go, tier 27 is done. Rank 194 into the top 200. We've got a petrified scream key, got a legendary ring. We're just going to go straight in with LOD upgrades, and we're not a million miles away from 25 now. So that is the electrocute helmet. I think it allows electrocute to jump to 2 things, velvet something or other, I think. And Mad Mord Scepter, is it? No, Wrath of the Bone King, 200 mace, and Velvet Cameral. Don't think we're going to be using that. But it is legendary hat with a socket. Is it better or worse? Slightly better than the Oryx, but I still don't think we're going to do anything with it. We've got Pain Enhancer, so that will increase attack speed when we crit. If this had a socket, we would use it, but I suppose we could take out the... I don't think the Taeguk's probably doing very much for us at the moment. So maybe if we do this, take out the Lord Gem, then we're getting like 7% increased damage, and it's legendary, so we're getting more damage again. So another like 75% added to our cumulative total. So that probably makes sense. We'll pop that in there. I think that was a level 70 ring. Salvage these two. And I think actually, guys, let's just roll trousers. Let's just keep doing that. And we'll see what we get. So we've got a DMO trousers and a Blackthorns. We're stuck with the current trousers at the moment because we're not dropping the depth figures just in case we have to use magic missile to blast something. Let's grab another couple of tabs here whilst we think on. Again, probably won't need all of them. We're going to do move speed until we get to 25. We're just going to keep doing move speed. That's that. Right. Okay. Let's try 7. Let's go. Let's increase difficulty again. With our, I mean, it's an ugly ass hat, Magistrate. Unfortunately, we're not winning. We're not winning any prizes on best dressed character, are we, at the moment? Yeah, I think we're doing okay. Right, we're gonna have a look at Meteor Shower, aren't we? It is fire, so maybe we'll try that. And then Molten Impact, big cooldown, unfortunately. But we could do that because it does smack really, really hard. Let's try Shower. Let's see what Meteor Shower is like. Get nice festering woods, so thank you very much. Obviously no point pressing explosive blast until you get close to something. There we go, nice meteor shower rune. So we should be able to potentially just like cast it and then kind of like move on and come back if there's something interesting. Hopefully we get a little bit of an increase in the rate of DBs dropping as well. I'm not sure if 7s are guaranteed. It might be. We might be on a guaranteed DB. So we've had 3 so far. Getting super thirsty on the resource though. The meteor. We need the Grand Vizier, man. That would be a lovely drop. The staff that reduces the arcane power cost by 50%. I think that would be a good find. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's a wand that goes with it. It's double. It's two-handed staff time. Is it times 2? Or is it two-handed sword? There's another one that does meteor damage, but it's not a wand. But we'll be able to get something that'll help us out. It is looking like we've passed into the guaranteed DBs because everybody seems to be dropping us at least 1. That'll help. And we're gonna need them for conversing once we do get our set of trousers together. Oops, teleported straight into the side of the map. Excellent gameplay. Fantastic. I do that at least once an hour playing this game. Right, let's do some meteor droppage. But I mean, the Orb of Infinite Depth is quite the find on a hardcore character. Certainly very, very helpful. I'm wondering if we should maybe swap the room, because at the moment we've got the like low cooldown one. I'm wondering if it's better to do the chain reaction, because you get 3 blasts with that. It's a longer cooldown, but maybe easy to stack to 4. I'm not sure. Oh, a gift socket, nice. So that's handy. Now, we could roll an extra stat on the Wand of Woe. We're going to need one for the altar. And they are a bit of a pain to find to start off with. And we've just found the Twister Sword. Good grief. This game is absolutely chucking us modifiers left, right, and centre. Should we add twisters to this, guys? Why not? Why not? Again, the braces are pretty easy to find for those. Because it's just shards, I suppose. So again, that's another build option. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done a Lord Wizard, so maybe I've just got it underrated in my mind. Right, there's no point. I'm not running all the way back there. I'm going to stand here. You can teleport to me, Rift Guardian. Come on. You know you want to. You know you want to teleport. There we go. I thought for a horrible moment it was going to be difficult and not want to do it. I mean, again, good find, good drops, guys, good drops. So twist damage increased by up to 150, I think. Yeah, we've got a low roll at 128. For each any twister, we have out maximum 3, so that kind of like goes up to like 450. The Raging Storm Rune automatically applied to Energy Twister and allows Tornado to merge to make 3 Energy Twisters. It is quite fun twister. We're going to hang on to that sword, you never know. I don't think the socket is worth rolling another stat on this. I think we'll save it either for the altar or for something better. Right, 36 dBs, so we've done quite well with that. I think we'll do ones because I'm still quite interested in the Serpent Sparker. We do have enough for an upgrade and an extract, so we could try and hit up jewellery. We get an Unsable Scepter. Worth hanging on to because we might want to cube one. And it's got much better modifier. It's got attack speed and damage percent. So as like a start one, you can see that's got like 400 extra damage on it, which is nice. So that's potentially usable. I'm going to carry on with the pants plan. Right, we're now on 2-piece Talrasha. So we've got 2 of those. We don't want a pox folds, I don't think. We do have to collect up all the sets anyway, don't we? For the altar, so let's start making a little collection. So we've got Talrasha, DMO, Firebirds, and Veers. Hydra doesn't work, does it? Don't think. Yeah. I mean, we can't have everything. We can't put a set together instant. I mean, you can. There will be people who play who get 6 drops in a row and it's 6 set pieces of the same set. Very unlikely, but does happen. Right, I think that was a rift, wasn't it? Because we were dropping items. So let's just try 32. I think we're going to be there or thereabouts. Yeah, I think we're okay. Now, obviously, the goal really is to get to like an efficient level as quick as you can. So you generally don't want to be doing content that's too hard. Normally speaking, it's like 3 minutes and under is kind of like the nice sweet spot of like you're at very little risk of dying, particularly for hardcore. You're clearing through things efficiently, but we do need to pump up this Lord Gem for the moment at least. I mean, once we get to Torment 10, I think I'm fairly chill about farming a set out at that point. It shouldn't be too long. Pumping everything into trousers and then doing a convert. And Hydra is a wonderful set for hardcore because it comes with insane damage reduction. We do need the Serpent Sparker though. It is pretty big deal. The damage and damage reduction, I think. One's not the easiest thing to go. I know we've had good luck so far, But if you specifically need one, and there's only one for your build, it is difficult. I think there's 2 that work for Hydra though. Winter Flurry as well. We need, I think. I don't think we've had one of those. It's cubable. I think it's in the loot build level 1. So that's nice for us. Yeah, this is not too bad. We are okay. So yeah, maybe Ace. Maybe we're not that far. And this is nice because we have actually managed to do the jump pretty much Rift and then Greater Rift, which you don't always get to do. You have to be a little lucky, a little fortunate with drops like we have. Put on my list of stuff to do this year as well, beat Diablo 1, which I'm quite clearly not going to do. Going to run out of time. Haven't played it at all, but that is something I'm really looking forward to. Going back and playing through at some points. I don't think I've even played Diablo 2 this year. Like possibly not even a single minute. So I'd like to play through and take a character all the way to, is it Hell final difficulty? Yeah, that would be nice. So maybe I'll pick a ladder reset and actually play for a few hours. But it's tough. It's going to take me the full season, I think, to finish out all the D3 characters. So that, the Terminator game, I'm sure something else interesting will come along. I don't get many video game hours per day, so it is going to be fairly judicious with where they go. Which is one of the reasons I like this game, because you don't need to. I mean, I have slogged the starter, but you don't have to. As we're hopefully evidencing this series, you can make progress pretty fast. And this, like, not many ARPGs, and I think this is where this game does win a little bit. Like, this is fun. We're building a character, but it's fun. It doesn't feel like a slog. It's like nice and smooth, and the difficulty's going up at about the kind of a nice rate for somebody who doesn't have, like, you know, 100 hours to put into a character. I think that's where this game kind of wins a little bit. Nice, smooth, buttery gameplay. And doesn't take massive amounts of time to get to essentially the end game. Don't know. But we're kind of like, this isn't particularly efficient, as in like this is gonna be like a 6-minute clear or something. But yeah, we need the Lord's Gem up. I don't think we've got any Ancients, so I don't think we're going to get much of a bonus when we get to rank 25. Oh, that magic missile, man, it's nice. Tier 32 up to 184. Oh, an amulet. Oh, please have a socket. There's a Kimbo's Gold. We've got a Freeze Deflector. The Promised Glory, I think, I want to say. Braces. And we will be on double for Ancients. So I don't think we've got any yet. No, we are completely devoid of Ancients. So you never know. One of these could be. Not that the Freeze Deflector is going to do us any good. But Cormac might like to use that. So there you go, buddy. Classic items. You got the Thunder Fury and the Freeze Deflector. Oh, no socket though. So we are gonna have to hang on to this because we need a socket on something. How are we on DBs? 11. So perhaps we could take one of these rings, I guess, and put it on the character with the socket. I don't know. I think we'll wait. I don't think we're that desperate for that Kimbo's Gold. But again, it's another legendary, so it would help us. It would increase our damage a little bit. and we completely crash out with luck. Don't get any trousers. I think we're going to risk 8. And we'll have a little look, because that probably wasn't far off, and we've just gained a bunch of Lord levels as well. So that's not too bad. Torment 8 after like 3 hours of gameplay. And it's hard to tell. I can't quite tell. Maybe we've been really lucky with the drops, but like I'm sure the way we've gone with the meteor, with the explosive blast, I'm sure we could have built something else had we got it. So we've got the wolf enemies, which means we get the nice little night howler material. I'm going to turn it off because I don't know about you, I've heard it too many times now. I think this is probably my 5th character of the season, so I've certainly heard it 5 times in the last well, how long's the season been going? About 8 or 9 days now, and he wants to go again. Is that a wand or is it a sword? Maybe it's a sword. We'll still pick it up. Swords are good. We do need Ingame potentially. I mean, if we end up doing Hydra, we won't. But I can't guarantee what we're going to be on. So options are good. Such a good item, the Orb of Infinite Depth, and like what a cool name as well. It reminds me of the, oh god, what is it from Lord of the Rings? The all-seeing stone things. Very cool. Nerd House, Lord of the Rings, Diablo 3. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful stuff. I wonder why they've never made a Lord of the Rings ARPG. I would imagine that would have done quite well. I need to expand my ARPG knowledge as well. Grim Dawn, I'd like to play. I'd like to play some more Last Epoch. I know a few people have been asking about that. Path of Exile 2, played for a few hours, didn't really get very far with that. Again, that's on the list. Yeah, don't know. I mean, at least Path of Exile, I've got an exercise bike in front of my TV, so at least I can set up the Xbox and play console Path of Exile. So maybe that'll get done at some point. But again, oh, look at that, 4 DBs, delicious. Very good, it's very nice. But yeah, it's not the easiest game to get to the end of, Path of Exile, so that's gonna be some time. We've picked up a spear, it's no good, I'm afraid. Empyrean spear, I think. We did get a wand, so again, we can add that to our upgrade collection. And reach the dizzy heights of Paragon 75. Oh, tunnels. Never mind. And these guys are annoying as hell. They're gigantic health pools or armor or whatever it is that means you can't kill them particularly easy. You know, like knock them out of that form first. Right, we're gonna wait for the explosion because we do want the DBs. They are handy. Now I don't know if it's greedy. I think we might be able to do 9 with the extra Lord gem levels out of one more rift. Might be a little stretch too far. But it's not going to be a million miles away. Let's see how hard the Rift Guardian is. That should be a good gauge of things. Yeah, I mean that's not too bad. That's like a few seconds worth of damage. So even if we were doing half the amount of damage, we're gonna get some levels, aren't we, on our gem? So yeah, I think we're okay. I think 9 should be good. Nothing really worth looking through, I don't think. Oops, wrong button. An amulet again we'll probably keep, just because we may have cause to upgrade at some point. Once we've filled out the build roughly, then all that stuff will be cleaned out and put in the bin. Empyrean Messenger. No thanks. No thank you. We get another legendary pants, but it is the pox folds, unfortunately. And we've got some Aragon points to add. So I think if we go up difficulty-wise on the GR2, I mean that was 35, wasn't it? I think if we just slap straight into 38 or 37. Reading is difficult, guys. Numbers very challenging. I think this will be yeah, good little hours progress. This, I think, from Torment 5 to Torment 9, not bad. We will hit that wall pretty soon, though. Barely soon. The jump, I think, from 9 to 10 is rough. And that's a biggie. So we'll have to be a little kind of like careful with that. So as you can see, we're kind of where we were one-shotting stuff. We're not quite getting it done. We're taking heavy incoming from the spear chuckers, which is not nice. Once the shields go, it is a little dicey. Obviously, the shield does quite a lot of heavy lifting with the toughness. But fortunately, it's a short map, so we are rewarded with the festering woods, and this looks a lot better, because whilst these things blow up, which is difficult, it is a little easier to kind of avoid them because it's not ranged. But yeah, we could really do keeping up this 80% damage reduction as much as possible, but not the easiest. There we go, we're at 80%. Once we're on 4 stacks, I think anything's fine. I think we could probably stand in like the middle of 2 or 3 of these fatties. But it's just a question of do we have the 4 stacks or not? I'm gonna be a little careful, because if we run out of arcane power, we can't hit the explosive blast. And we're like, I do something stupid like put us in a bad position where there's too much stuff around us, that would not be good. Tell you what is good though, guys, shield pylon, always gravy. Always very happy to see that. We're still without the flavour of time, so we've still only got a minute of this, but it takes the pressure off for at least 60 seconds, so if we can kind of get most of this floor mopped up in that time, that would be nice. There is a chance we do get clobbered by the Rift Guardian, because if the orb drops before they spawn in and I don't quite get my button pressing correct, we can drop the 80% toughness and we could be in a world of hurt. So we do need to be a little careful with Rift Guardians. Wizards are like really tanky. When everything is up, it is probably the tankiest class in the game, because you get the Halocarini, 80% damage reduction. You know, your shields, which almost pretty much double your life. You can get your 80% damage reduction from your Orb of Infinite Depth. Your damage reduction from your set. Your Unity, you can be really tanky. But by the same token, all the toughness, because it's all kind of like dependent on like hitting things, can just disappear. Cooldown pylon, quite handy as well actually. That should allow us to have more uptime on the 4 stacks of Explosive Blast. We should be able to absolutely hammer the button. And we'd probably get the 25% damage reduction from the Safe Passage as well at all times. unfortunately it's going to run out before the Rift Guardian spawns. I'm getting a little nervous now, just in case I've like overplayed the hand. The option that you can do if you're worried about Rift Guardians is to just spawn them in close to a door, if you can control that. And that way you can always hop to the next floor. Now, I don't think we're going to get that luxury. But you could skip an elite, so I think that's the door down there. That looks like it. So yeah, we can kill this here. Oof, nearly on cheat death. So if we go by the door, we should be a little bit safer. And it's this guy. Go. Okay, so we've dropped the explosive blast already. Not good. We're at 3 stacks now. So yeah, not too bad. Maybe I'm panicking too much there, guys. But this is the stress of hardcore. Rank 177, and we are rewarded with our class helmet. It is Talrasha though, so that is 3 Talrasha pieces, and we do have the meteor boot. So I'm not certain that should go straight in the altar. And we've got lucky, we've got the Bane of the Trapped, because I near enough always find that as the last gem. Right guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. That was episode 3. We have probably got to Torment 9, I think, in 3 hours, which is nice. We're probably closest on Talrasha's element for our starting set. We might still go into Hydra, don't know, haven't quite decided. Thumbs up boys, brightens my day guys. I'll be back with the next episode as soon as I can. Take it easy, peace.